Hey guys, STTM here, and in today's video, we're going to be wondering why is the Western Conference so competitive right now? So yeah, guys, but before we get into it, make sure that you like, subscribe, put on notifications, and comment on the video as it lets me know what you think, gets me more recommended, and if you put on notifications, you will literally be alerted / updated on the latest STTM videos that you just do not want to miss. So, enough with the Japanese, and let's get straight into the video. Bow! All right, now let's look at our Western Conference itself. And well, from what it looks like, all the way from the sixth seed, right, all the way to the 12th seed, it's only 3 games apart. So the Nuggets and Kings right here, like despite them being in very different portions of the standings, they're still very close to each other. Like that's sorry about that, but that is actually insane. Memphis possibly could even come for OKC for first place. Speaking of, let's look at their schedule to see if they actually can do that. Okay, so their most recent games are gonna be. All right, now let's look to see if Memphis can actually overcome Oklahoma City. So they're gonna beat the Clippers in that schedule, and let's also pull up the OKC schedule for reference. Okay. There is actually going to be a game versus Oklahoma City that could decide that. So Memphis actually could come up and sneak for first place on OKC. Houston technically could too. I don't see anybody else doing it, but it is a very chaotic division right now. I mean, Portland, Utah, and New Orleans aren't really good, but Portland, I think New Orleans isn't good because what is it? The injuries. I'm pretty sure it's their injuries right now. Yeah, they have Zion and Brandon Ingram out, so injuries are pretty self-explanatory for this Pelicans team. But overall, though, we see the Jazz are on a roll, so maybe they're not completely in the bottom. The Trailblazers are not a bad team. Maybe they're not completely in the bottom. This is actually all I'm saying. And yet, if the worst team in the conference and the worst team in the West, the Pelicans, would be in the East, they wouldn't even be last place. That's actually crazy. Bro, this conference is so good. I'm genuinely not kidding. This conference is really talented right now. At home, most of their top teams have great records at home. They're very close to each other, as 6 to 12 is only 3 games apart. Literally 10 and 11 can be decided off of one game. I mean, the Nuggets, Warriors, and Clippers they're all neck and neck with each other. The Lakers, if they get one loss, could fall all the way to the 10 seed. That's actually crazy to think about it, how the 5 seed can go all the way to the 10 seed. Dallas could go all the way into the play-in if they go on a losing streak, which they haven't so far, but if they do, that could happen. Sacramento could sneak up. If San Antonio loses 2 games, they're going to go back to 12th. They could go to 12th. Man, this Western Conference, it actually is elite. There's also a bunch of amazing stars for each of these teams. For Oklahoma City, you have Jalen Williams, J-Dub, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. For Memphis, you have John Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. Dallas has Luka and Kyrie. Lakers have AD and LeBron, Jokic, and even Jamal Murray for a small bit. For the Nuggets, Warriors, they got Steph Curry. And even Draymond Green has not been too awful. Clippers, Spurs have Wemby. Timberwolves got Ant and Gobert. And I think Julius Randle as well has also been doing well. Let's actually go check that. I've not heard much of Julius Randle, so I'm assuming he's not doing well. But let's see. Okay, yeah, he's actually doing great for them. But this is actually a great like Western Conference. This is some of the best Western Conference play. Now let's compare that over to the Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's a solid play. But unlike if the Heat, which is sixth in the East, if they were in the West, they would be 12th place. If they were in the Western Conference, they would actually be 12th. And let's take the 10th place team, Pistons. If they were actually in the West, they would be 13th. So a play-in team would fall all the way to 13th if they were in the Western Conference. So the East, honestly, it's not done as much as the West, but it still has a lot of talent, like Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. He's playing great. Drew Holiday, Derek White. I think Kristaps Porzingis just came in. I'm pretty sure since it's after 25 games, Kristaps Porzingis is back into basketball, and yep, he is, and he's killing it. For the Knicks, they're doing great. They got Cat, Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby's even playing well. Franz and Jalen Suggs have played well for Orlando. Milwaukee has Giannis and Dame. Jimmy Butler and Bam for like this deep. Like, bro, there's talent in the East, but the West is super talented. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, this conference is so good. There are moments where there are going to be moments where one singular game could shake up the entire standings. That could shake up the entire playoff picture even. So yeah, guys, that is why and how and what the Western Conference looks like being super talented. So yeah, guys, but you know what to do if you enjoyed the video, as STTM is out. See y'all next time. Road to 500 subs!